Welcome to America's Next Super Sorcerer with Cyrils Brettspiele. My name is Nils in a nutshell, and today we are talking about Tada! Tada is a game from Cool Mini or Not, and yes, it is a little bit like America's looking for the next Super Sorcerer. So we have up to 6 players indicated by this color, orange, blue, and so on. They have spells. And we all know America's Next Top Model or American Idol, all these talent shows, so they have to compete to each other. They have always 2 spells on their hand to choose from. They pick one on their spells, and that is a spell they wanted to cast this turn. As the game goes on, multiple people picking their spells to cast like this. Maybe you mentioned there's always a name on it and 4 or more dice symbols. I explain that in a second. Sometimes there's a special ability on it. I come to this in a second. But we all know that the jury is always picky. So all the superstars in this jury, there's always one bad guy, always one asshole in. And the reason for that implemented in this game is we call that a feat. So each single round the jury wants to have a special thing going on. In this case, for an example, you have to be serious. You must frown and yell harumph when rolling. So I explain how the game works in a second, and instead of yelling ta-da, you must yell humbug, humbug, and harumph. That's how it works. So, on your turn, when you know the feat, then everybody is rolling dice. Let's assume there would be no feat. Then on your turn, you're simply rolling your dice and take out whatever comes out. In this case, I have 5 broken wands and 1 swirl circle here. I can take 1 die, only 1 as a max, do the other 5 into the cup, and roll it again. I can do it as fast as I can, take another die, and so on. When I'm the fastest sorcerer in play who collected all the 4 symbols on here correctly, like this, I'm saying usually ta-da! And when I'm saying ta-da and did the feat correct, then I'm winning. In this case, I would say rumph. It's not so easy with one hand. Rumph. Now one. Rumph. Rumph. Not. Oh yeah, with one hand. And so on. Keep in mind you only can take 1 die each turn. And instead of saying ta-da, you are saying humbug. Keep in mind, this is a fast-playing game, and it could easily happen that you are saying happily at the end of the game when you have locked in all your 4 dice, ta-da! Instead of harumph. No, humbug. You see, I'm making the mistake as well. So then you are out. When you do the mistake once, it's out. And now I wanted to tell you this special things on the spells. They are usually having an effect on the next round. In this case, in the discard pile, so what happens is the player who receives his spell first gets it into his spellbook. Whoever has 6 in his spellbook first wins. The other 3 people discard their spells in here. Some of these has super good effects, some not. So telling secrets. Some is another cool thing. This one is, for an example, cool. They must dance before they can roll, and things like that. Sometimes they have to whisper you some secrets into your ear, or some good things into your ear and make you compliments. Things like that can happen from the spells. Now let's take a look what can happen from here, and I wanted to show it to you a little bit. I wanted to perform a little bit for you. I know you cannot see the text on the cards anymore, therefore I'm reading out some feats so you have an example what can happen. You must keep your right arm behind your back this round. Easy and simple, take your wrong hand and roll. As you can see, that's probably possible, but not as easy as with your right arm, at least for me. But still, you can roll. It makes it a little bit harder, not too hard. The next one is, you must stand up and sit down after locking each die. Let's take a look if I have this one here. You are doing... And keep in mind, when you forget that one time, you are immediately out. Ta-da! So they kick you out. And you have all these eagle eyes around the table who are saying, hey, you missed that. You must place your index finger under your nose all the time. Yes, let's do it like this here. So you can use your left hand, I'm pretty sure. So, and you're starting it again. It's a little bit of annoying. You have only one hand. There are things in it like you can only use one finger to touch the dice. You must clap 3 times each time you lock a die. So, whoop. And now imagine that 3, 4, 5 people, up to 6 players do that at the same time. Or one of my favorites, you must cross your wrists like that all the time. And take a look how heavy that is. It is not easy, as you can see. Now, as always, let's go to my personal experiences and personal thoughts about the game. My personal experiences with the game is, tada, is really a funny game. It's loud, it's noisy, so therefore I put always my player mats under it to at least avoid the sound of the dice, because this is even more noisy, right? So, but it's loud, it's noisy, everybody is looking at you, and sometimes if you're playing that in a public place, everybody's looking, what the going on there? So everybody is laughing with the handcuffs, everybody is saying with the clapping, with the dancing around the table. All of that is cool and makes a lot of fun. It is a quick and easy game, but there's something with a but on it, and the game box says it's 10 to 15 minutes. However, you are winning when you collect 6 of these spell cards, and in my personal experience it's what always 30 minutes-ish. So it was long, and when you collected 4 of them, you think, oh, do I have to do 2 more? I know there are a couple of spells in it that allows you to steal another spell from someone else. So even if you have 4 and finish the 5th one, you can steal the 6th one and so on. But with a little bit more of development and putting out some super strong abilities from here, some of them are cool and just funny, but some of them are really hurting someone. I think it would be better to downstream this game, tada, to, let's say, 4 spells to win, or maybe 5. 5 is a little bit edgy, but the time you're spending on this game is a little bit too much for what the game is all about. The game is fun, the game makes fun. I played it a lot with my kids. They loved it. They played it 3 or 4 times in a row, but that's kids. But they wanted to see a winner in 20 minutes or under, and they don't want to play the same game 45 minutes. They wanted to exchange the players. They wanted to, if you're skilled and can really roll fast dice, you are having an advantage. And if you see after 5 minutes, oh, I cannot win, okay, a 20-minute game is not too bad, or a 15-minute game. But if you know exactly you play 30 more minutes or 40 minutes and it's a punishment, the last 30 minutes for you to play that game because you have no chance to win at all. Or if you have 0 spells and someone else has 3, the other one has 4 and the next one has 5, and it takes 10-15 more minutes and you are ending up with 0 spells, it's not too much fun for you to sit down and see the others playing. It's not too bad, but sometimes 30 minutes or 35 minutes is a little bit too long. So I would highly recommend to streamline that a little bit with house rules and play only up to 4 or 5 spells. then the game is great because you're laughing, you're going through all the feats, it's a lot of fun, and you probably play it again. And the person who has not the skills to roll fast dice, and I saw a lot of people having not cannot really roll dice as fast as some other can. And then these person is saying, okay, I'm stepping out, I don't want you to be in the game, but I want you to watch the game. So I'm just observing when you are playing. And that was fun, that was good. We had a lot of changing and swapping seats while we were playing at the middle school. A lot of kids liked it. Almost every adult liked it too, but they said always to me when it was over, okay, once and then it's done. But it's a really interesting party game with I like the theme, I like the thematical America's Next Super Sorcerer thing. That is fun. The artwork is beautiful. It looks fun. Everything is cool on this, except for me, it's a little bit too long, in my personal opinion. Yeah, that is tada from Cool Mini or Not. My name is Nils, Cyrils Brettspiele, and this was Cool Mini or Not's tada in a nutshell. See you next time. Until then, ta-da! Enjoy other videos out there by having fun.